Hey guys, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ali and today I'm doing my next Friday reads. I had a pretty good reading week. I read every day last week for at least 30 minutes every day. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I managed to get through 4 books, and yeah, I'm going to start with those and then we're going to talk about what I'm planning to read in the next week and sort of what's going on. Yep. So, I think it was Saturday morning, maybe Friday night, I finished Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I was rereading this. I loved it as much as I did originally. Julian Blackthorne is like one of my favourite people ever. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Happy it's done, and I didn't get to go home last week. Some other stuff went on, so I'm going home tomorrow and I'm gonna drop off this, so yay. And Sunday I had my best friend Michelle come over, and I went to pick her up from the train station, so I was a little bit early because her train was running late. So I took a book and I read a little bit while I was waiting for her, and then Sunday night after she'd left I finished that book, and that was A Brave History of Montmoret by Michelle Cooper. This was alright. This was a 3-star book for me. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't good either. It was just alright. I own the sequel and I'm more interested in the plotline of the sequel. But the protagonist's voice in this, Sophie, she's just very naive and sheltered, and it kind of annoyed me a little, so we'll see how the sequel goes. I think she's going to grow up in the sequel because she's seen things in this book, and yeah. It's a trilogy, so I will probably read the 3rd book, but I had this one on my bookshelf since before I started blogging, which was like 5 or 6 years ago, so I'm finally happy to have this one off, and yeah, I'm glad I read it. And then I finally finished The Year of the Flood by Margaret Atwood. I've been reading this for like a month and a half, and I was loving it, but it was just a very difficult book to get through, and I finished it Tuesday morning, I think. I would have finished it Monday, but I had to go to work, so yeah. But I loved it. This was a 4-star book for me, and yes. I can't remember if I think I showed it in another video. I've got another Margaret Atwood book that my boyfriend bought me, so I'm probably going to read that soon. I'm hoping to pick up some more Margaret Atwood books in the next week, and I'll sort of explain what's going on there. So yeah, love this. Can't wait to read more of her stuff. And then this one is kind of a sneak peek into a book haul that I will be doing in a few weeks' time. It's probably going to be like a month or so, but sneak peek. I read Shaping the Fractured Self, which is Poetry of Chronic Illness and Pain by Heather Taylor Johnson. I bought this on Saturday and finished it, I think it was also on Tuesday. Or maybe Wednesday. No? Yesterday was Wednesday. No, yesterday was Thursday. I've been really unwell this week, so just like my brain is fuzzled. But yes, this is a poetry collection, different poets to do with chronic illness and pain. this was another 3-star read for me. I was a little bit disappointed in it, in the sense that not all the poets that contributed have chronic illness. Like, I think there was like a doctor in there and someone who lost their partner to cancer, I want to say. With collections like this, I like the idea of everyone having a disability. I think that's really important because disabled voices are so marginalised, even more than authors of colour or different sexualities or different genders. And so yeah, I was kind of disappointed that not everyone had a chronic illness. I love some of the poets, they were incredible, but I kind of also, this is going to sound a little weird, I was kind of looking for a little bit more diversity in this than there was. Basically, like, a lot of the chronic illnesses were the same. Like, there are quite a few people with epilepsy and chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, which are all really important. And I wouldn't have taken out any of the poets, except for the ones that weren't disabled, or that's another thing. But I probably would have, if it was me, I would have added a few more in. I would have loved to have seen a diabetic poet in there. I don't think I've ever read anything about diabetes. I think I read one book once that it was like the love interest had diabetes, but it was like a plot point, which really annoys me. So yeah, I would have liked to see a diabetic poet in there. I have quite a few friends that also have chronic illness, and it would have been interesting to see some of their illnesses in there as well, because I know that, like, obviously other people in the world have them. So yeah, I was just hoping for a little bit more diverse poets. But I still really enjoyed it, and there are quite a few poets that I'd really be interested in reading their work. So those are the ones I read, and now we're going to get on to the ones that I'm currently reading / want to read in the next week. This week is a bit of a weird week because I'm going to be moving to my best friend Michelle's house for the week. Because my grandparents are coming home and their place isn't big enough for 3 people and a cat, so yeah, Michelle let me stay at hers because otherwise I would be homeless. So thank you, Michelle, you're the best, I love you. And my point is that I'm probably not going to do much reading because Michelle and I don't really get to hang out that much. She was living on the other side of the city, she's now moved a lot closer. But yeah, we just didn't get to hang out much. So I'm so excited that we do now. We're going to spend like an entire week together and be the old ladies that we are, and crochet and drink tea and sleep. So, and eat chips. Yeah, my point is that I'm probably not going to do a lot of reading. I don't want to do a lot of reading. I want to spend that time with my best friend. So yeah, I have some books here. I'm probably only going to take one of them with me, because like Michelle's a bookworm, so if I run out, it's not like I'm going to run out of things to read, and so is her mum, so like we're totally fine. I've also got a lot of books delivered for me at home. I was talking to my brother last night, and apparently I ordered this book for him. And apparently I've had some come in from publishers and that sort of thing because he's been waiting for his book, and it's like the only one that hasn't come. So yeah, let's just start. So I have one that I'm hopefully going to finish today. There's Percy, Bobby. I am still going to make the video with him. It's gonna be 2 Tuesdays away, I think. Anyway, so I have Cartel by Lily St. Germain. I'm 226, what are you doing? Pages into it. So I've got about 90 or so pages left. I'm kind of torn with this, like, it's really addictive, but I don't know, it also makes me really uncomfortable. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to chew it. Yeah, it's just like, it's a bit, you know, like, it's not like, it's a little bit abusive, I think, and very unhealthy, but it's also really addictive. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna see what I think of it by the end. But I'm hoping to finish this today. I do also have a lot of stuff to do, so we'll see if this happens. And then, of course, I have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Cats. Percy. Okay, sorry about that, he was misbehaving. So yeah, I have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I read the first chapter a few days ago, and yeah, I'm just going to keep working on this. And then I have A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. Haven't read any more of this since last week, but yes, this might, I don't know, this might be the one I take with me. If not, then I'm going to take this one, which is My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. I've read this one before, but it was like 6 or 7 years ago, so I really want to reread it. A film just came out with Sam Claflin in it, so I want to see that, and I want to read it before then. So yes, that was my Friday reads. Quickly before I go, I just wanted to give a thank you to Kat, who she gave me a shout out the other day on Twitter. So thank you for that. It means a lot, and I'll link Kat below if you don't already subscribe to her. She's awesome, and she's a fellow Australian, and she likes tea, so you know she's pretty cool. But yes, that was my video. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna have to go and discipline my cat now. So I will see you all on Tuesday. I've got an exciting video about my writing, and yes, we'll see you all then. Thank you for watching. Bye.